Hey guys, I'm back at the junkyard. Let's take a look at what's new here today in the previous videos. I came here and you liked it. There were some cool things, and since what's inside here changes a lot, I decided to come back and show you. I stayed in Colatina, this junkyard, for those who asked. This is Sergio Guerra's junkyard. We're going to take a look here, see if we find anything new. Here. For those who don't know, this beginning here, this warehouse is the oldest one where they used to store things. Then the junkyard expanded and that's how it ended up. This is where they keep the most interesting things they bring here for anyone who might want to buy them. So you'll see that everything here is very well organized. There's a lot of stuff, and further back are the other things. When they arrive here, then they start sorting them out, and we'll see what we have here today. What this here might be. I don't know what this is. See, it goes up and down. I think this is for heating. Maybe it's for the tempering of bearings. Let's see here. Compressor. No, compressor. Grinder, compressor. This here is a little pump for grease, I think. Yeah. There's the lathe. Man, a lot of wire arrived. Look at those big rolls of wire. I think that's aluminum, right? Aluminum wiring. Here they're going to pull 380 volt power. Look, it's already been wired. Look. Man, it's already got more antennas. It looks like a satellite dish, but with that newer design. This here looks like one of those toolboxes people use in the workshop with drawers and those spring latches all over. So 8 millimeters, nearly a centimeter. Look at the wheelchair. I think the bottom is torn. Look, a frame, a bicycle with a shock absorber. It looks like it's in good shape, right? Stay alert. There's a lot of new stuff here today. Sometimes something cool shows up. Look at these springs. These ones are too thick to make a knife. It would be more like these here. Look, these ones I think, but they're still thick. It needs to be a bit thinner. Look at the big plow disc, this one, to make a pan for meat. This is good. Look back there, the leaf springs are separated over there. Look, I think these iron wheels are really cool, man. This one, look. I'm not sure if this is it, but there used to be many. They would just put these wheels on there with bearings, with gears, iron wheels. They'd run a belt around here, look. And then it would transfer rotation from a water wheel. Yeah, you had bearings like this attached, a big shaft like that one over there, and then it would transmit the rotation from a water wheel to tools back when there was no electricity. It's a really cool system, and you can make a very powerful engine powered by water. Nowadays, it's not worth it financially anymore. Metal is too expensive. Look over there, a grass trimmer. There are two here, look. There's a whole dumpster here. It still looks like it's in good shape. Man, look at how thick this metal is. Look at this. Are you crazy, man? Getting a piece like this is better than an anvil for forging. That's really crazy, man. It can't be cheap either, right? Of course, especially considering how much work it saves, but an anvil isn't cheap either. Look, these engines were already here that day, that's all. A lot of you told me to make the video longer and all, with more details, but I think it gets repetitive for you. Like, some people like it, but the general audience doesn't have that much patience to spend so much time watching the video, right? I'll show you as many details as I can without making it too long or tiring. I'll come back another day. Actually, I've been here other times before. You can check out some other things. A larger train rail plate is better than a small one like this. For an anvil, look at this one. This one's already at a good size, man. Look, there's a lot of this here because there's a railroad nearby. So when they do maintenance, they sell it to the old man. Sometimes there are large pieces. And the mangoes are ripening. I wonder if mangoes also cost 5 reais per kilo. Look, I bought this part for my car. Guess what? Just 1,000 reais, one of these cans. If you're lucky enough to find one that works in your car, man, it's way cheaper. A bunch of stuff here. These things have been here for a while already. These discs here for making knives are cool because they're already straight. Look, about 3 to 4 millimeters. You can make nice knives. The bathtub is still here. Look at this engine. What do you think it is? It was probably a shredder, right? Like a really powerful chopper, man. These wheels are huge. Look at this. I don't know who works at the junkyard. Why keep things stored so long? Many items here have been around for years, right? I visited long ago and it's still here. Why don't they just sell it? Are they waiting for someone to come and buy it by the kilo? Why don't they just sell it for recycling? I don't know if anyone understands about junkyards, so explain it to us, because the purpose of a junkyard isn't just for you to come here and buy things by the kilo. I'm coming here now because very few people come here, man. It's not very common. Hey, look at that, man. 2 pumps, a pen, and it's Schneider too. Wow, that's a good one, huh? If I buy a working pump pen in bulk, that's it. Let's see, pump. Let's see here. Maximum height, 100 meters, flow rate of 3 meters per hour. It should be 3 milliliters per hour. Which one? Is it HP? It has 8 stages, but it's a good brand. By the way, there's a 1 1/4 piece here that fits my dad's pump, but he already has it. Look, this thing here, look. Yeah, it can gather leaves, right? Americans use this often, but we don't in Brazil. This one is more like a truck chassis. A new pump like that one must cost about 1,000 reais, right? If I bought it there for 100 reais, it would be a steal. Look at the other wheelchair over there. That one looks like a kid's. It's different. Hey, is it working, man? If you change or put some cushions there, you can use it, huh? There's a bicycle graveyard back there. I haven't visited in a while, so there are probably some really old bikes. I'm curious about that spot. Huh, what could that pile of books be? I think it's probably bills, not real books. Ah, look here. Look what we found. A coffee grinder. A coffee grinder. Look at the spotlight, man. 200 watts, a soccer field spotlight. It doesn't look burned out. See how the LEDs are still yellow? See that there are computer parts here too. I need a really big hard drive. People usually take these things out before selling them for scrap, but look at the amount of idler wheels. Man, this one's expensive to buy. It's new, right? I bought some of these to put on my armchair at home. It was expensive. They were small, not this big. This is cool for doing projects in the workshop, but it's no good for me because my workshop is too small, so there's no space to do it. A table that you can move from one place to another, it has to stay fixed in one spot. You can't just keep moving it around, right? There's so much space here, it's awesome. There are some really different things here. Look, it looks like a mod. Look, motorcycle splints. How strange, man. This page must have worked hard, huh? Must have spent a lot like this. Little engine. Ah, look at the bicycle over there, man. This one is interesting, huh? It has the structure of a monoretta, but it's a bigger bicycle for carrying loads. This one's for collectors. Look, this thing here too, see? I bought it for my car, but it's for the Hilux. It's similar, but it's different. 1,000 reais too. You might see things like this. If you find the model that fits your car, use that one too. I haven't bought it yet, but I want to. Okay. These things here to put in the front. This one is really ugly. You need to get a chrome one like this. It's really cool. There's another one back there, look. Stay sharp. If I find a good Hilux part, I'm taking it, even though I didn't bring the Hilux today. Look, the other one here, it's Santo Antonio. That's the name of this thing. Exhaust. Look, the fittings, man. These fittings aren't cheap, okay? If I'm being honest with you, for someone with a 200 pipe that's Antonio, that's not cheap. No. Let's see. Let's turn over there. Is it done already? Did you want to know where people get their shopping carts? Junkyard. There are people out there with a shopping cart. These are interesting wires, man. They're strong. 5 rays per kilo is cheap, right? Look nice. And it definitely was. A lot of solitaire was played in the 90s. That machine is really cool, right? Look at that. Prehistoric. Let's keep going and walk over there to look around. For anyone listening to the Junkyard here, just look for Guerra. Sergio Guerra is his name. You can search for him. He's here in Colatina. It's easy to find Sergio Guerra's Junkyard. There's a lot of stuff here, man. Some really crazy things. You go crazy just looking around because you look one way, look the other, and there's always something you miss. I don't remember the price per kilo, but I think it will vary depending on what I get, right? It must be 5-10 reais per kilo. Something like this, look, a burned multimedia device. Look at this pipe, man. A place that needs a pipe like this for irrigation. The thing is, it's because there's pressure, right? Are you crazy? Look how thick this is, and it's metal too. The endless thread here, look, that fan over there. That's old school, huh? Kids used to not fear getting hurt. They'd stick their finger in there. Look, I lost part of my finger, see? Especially with that bearing and pulley. It stays like that, right? There's a bigger one, a smaller one. It depends on the tool's rotation. Then you pull a belt and put it there to spin. Wood saw, sander, bandsaw, and a bunch of other things on the same shaft. It's a very rough system, yet in the past there were some sawmills that used it a lot. So what is this here? Look, it's like a vacuum. This is that shopping mall vacuum. With the tools, if you get it right. I didn't know what tool it was. The guys identified it and commented. And they explained what these tools were. Really cool. I had no idea what this was. Look, a piece of the lathe. Yeah, right, it's a lathe, isn't it? Some parts are missing. I think it's a piece, a lathe. This one, I think it was from a supermarket. You put the fruits. Look at the red supermarket carts over there. I wonder which supermarket this is from. There. No, I went in the last video, so you already know how it is. I'll do the following. I'm going to go in there because it's been a while since I've been here. Maybe there's something new here. Look, I can already see there is... I managed to get through here, right? A cardan here. Working on a truck. Likely on November 13th with a saw engine. Whoever wants to get frustrated, thank you. Look at this here. Man, it's the expensive electricity. 220 electric saw. Are you crazy? I think this one is less frustrating than the other. And there are some car parts shelves, and now there are school lockers too. Look, if you're opening a school... Some little lockers here. Motors. This here, I don't know what it is. If it's something for working the soil, stirring it, I don't know. Look at the other motor, chainsaw over there, that's it. A lot of stuff here. Just imagine how long that truck has been there, for sure. It's been there for many years in that spot right there. This one must be from a school, judging by all those stickers, see? It was a girl's locker. What kind of school has lockers for kids, man? You see that? How lucky is that? The girls have to take their backpacks home. Oh, that tree pruning thing is cool. Is the lady here? Still? I asked them how much it's worth. The lady, yeah, he doesn't sell it. No, this one. Look, he said he doesn't sell it. You probably don't have any idea of putting it somewhere, right? This one is big, okay? For those who have an idea of the size here, it's really big. That's it. We'll end here for now. I'll return another day to show more. Leave any questions in the comments. If you noticed something I missed, see you next time, okay?